Hello. So here in this part of Essex, the mental health care provider EPUT is currently the subject of a public inquiry, the Lampard Inquiry, mostly because of the number of deaths of people in its care. The inquiry has been going on for some months now. Over the course of that time, it has widened its remit as a result of evidence received. But the truth is that the Lampard Inquiry won't fix the problem. The problem isn't just cultural. The problem isn't just lack of funding. The problem isn't just understaffing. And the problem isn't just confined to EPUT. I've been a disability advocate for a very long time now. And in the last couple of weeks, a case that I've been advocating for long term has I don't know how to find the words for it. Somebody is a danger to themselves. They have drawn up plans to take their own life. They feel as though that is the only avenue open to them, the only autonomy they now have, the only agency they have. It's not what they want, in part. But they're desperate to end the pain that they're in. They agreed to let me take them to the hospital last week. We spoke to the community mental health team, and they said phone 111. We phoned 111. Somebody phoned us back and said it's the community mental health team who should phone for an ambulance for you, but if they phone for an ambulance for you, you're going to be waiting a minimum of 10 hours. I said, okay, well, in that case, I will take her down by taxi. So we went by taxi to A&E. What followed were 4 days of absolute dysfunctional, dystopian hell. The skeleton community mental health team staff, based out of the hospital, the A&E, and the A&E staff are as much a part of the problem as the mental health care providers themselves. With notable exceptions, the notable exceptions of those staff members who treated the person that I took with dignity and with respect and with care. The rest of the staff regarded them as a time waster and an attention seeker. And did not believe them, did not believe that they were suicidal, and had them removed from A&E at the earliest opportunity. After 3.5, 4 days, they wanted them gone. There was no referral, despite asking for a second opinion under Martha's Law, which is something that anybody can ask for. While I was present as their advocate. Since then, we have contacted the local community mental health team again, and all this week, and today, 2 weeks after initiating the whole process, it was made clear to us that there would be no seeking to get this person admitted, despite the fact that they very clearly need to be, because there are no beds available. And nor would any bed be made available. Despite serving an area of I think it's something near to 60,000. There are, I think, less than 40 beds in one unit, and not much more than that in the other unit. And everybody's spoken for. So a public inquiry into the mental health provider is all very well and good, but another part of the problem is A&E and the treatment of mental health patients in A&E. And I say this knowing that there is something being built, but until then, whilst we were there, I watched at least 3 other mental health patients expressing real, genuine suicidality get turned away from A&E, all on the basis that they were attention seeking. There is supposedly a new unit being built to take the pressure off A&E for when somebody has a mental health crisis, but who's staffing it? Are they any more likely to believe that a person seeking help? What is the point of somebody seeking help if they're not going to be believed, if they're not going to be offered help when they ask for it? Now, I will certainly be submitting the details of all of this to the Lampard Inquiry and pointing these various salient points out. None of that is going to prevent the person that I'm trying to advocate for from trying or attempting suicide. Where is the compassion? Where? Where is the care? People don't walk into A&E saying that they're going to unalive themselves and beg for help because it's a frolic for Fridays, because they're cosplaying suicidality, but because they've come to the bottom of a very deep pit. And I have a reason to say that I'm reasonably sure that the Lampard Inquiry is going to discover that during the course of its term in making its inquiries, that at least one or two more people will have died under EPUT's care. That's just an opinion, it's not a fact. Where is the compassion? Where is the care? I will continue to speak up for disabled people for as long as I have a voice to speak with. Inshallah, I will continue to speak.